Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is a day of another day. Of another day we call Monday. And it would have been said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being prosperous in life and living, knocking down doors as far as your dreams and not letting anyone deter you for whatever you want in life. Anyway, that being said, I want to talk about the story at hand. We're going to talk about Dylann Roof. Now, in case you don't remember and stuff, I'm going to give you a little rough draft in reference to, you know, what we went through in references. Now, I'm just going to give a small part before I shoot you over to the video. He was a guy who went inside of a church of non-parishioners that was the members inside the church in Charleston, South Carolina. And the thing about it was that he went down there and they greeted him with love and he greeted them with bullets. Basically, he killed them. So the trial is now come to the surface, and he said he wants to represent himself in reference to the court. Okay, check this out.
Crime charges against Dylann Roof. He's the man accused of gunning down 9 African-American church members inside that historic Charleston church last month. 33 new charges in all, some carrying the possibility of the death penalty. NBC's Kristen Welker has details.
Today's indictment charges Roof with federal hate crimes, firearms violations, and obstructing religious practices. He already faced 9 counts of murder filed by the state of South Carolina. Roof is accused of opening fire during a church service in an historically black church last month, killing 9 parishioners, including Reverend Clemente Pinckney, all African Americans.
Roof further decided to seek out and murder African Americans because of their race.
In making the hate crime case, the indictment says by attacking African-American parishioners, defendant Dylann Roof wanted to increase racial tensions across the nation and sought retribution for perceived wrongs he believed African-Americans had committed against white people.
The parishioners had Bibles. Dylann Roof had his .45 caliber Glock pistol and 8 magazines loaded with hollow point bullets.
The June 17th shooting reignited a national conversation about race, prompting South Carolina's legislature to remove the Confederate battle flag from the Capitol grounds. This after Roof appeared in photographs waving Confederate flags. South Carolina doesn't have a hate crime statute, which is one reason the federal government took the rare step of bringing its own hate crimes charges.
It's a very strong expression of the federal government's desire to make a strong statement that this kind of hate-motivated violence will not be tolerated.
Lynch also said today that federal officials will now begin discussing whether to pursue the death penalty or life in prison, and they'll consult with the victims' family members before making a final decision.
Well, according to the New York Times, Dylann Roof will represent himself in the trial. Now, the Judge Richard of Federal District Court in Charleston called the request by Mr. Roof drastically unwise, but will allow him to have a lawyer as backup. I do find the defendant has had personal capabilities to self-representation, the judge said, according to the Post and Carrier. He added, "It is a decision you have the right to make." So basically, he's talking in reference to, the trial and stuff that's coming up, and he's going to represent himself. And, for all the family members that was murdered inside of it, that gave him love inside of this church members and stuff that was killed, rest in peace and stuff. Like I said before, this is an updated reference to the trial that was going to be coming up really soon and stuff. But in case you don't know, there was a guy by the name of Dwayne Stanford, 26 years old. Now, he was an inmate who attacked Dylann Roof inside the prisoner's shower. He said that Dylann bragged about killing an 11-year-old girl in Charleston massacre, but she survived the attack. He posted a $100,000 bond using donation after he attacked Dylann. Stanford admitted to attacking Dylann in prison and showers earlier this month. Roof was charged with killing 9 parishioners at Emmanuel Church, but 11-year-old girl and the 2 other women survived in the June massacre. Dwayne had an interview, and this is how he told his story. Check this out.
Of attacking admitted Charleston church shooter Dylann Roof in jail is now telling his side of the story. News 2's Ashley Yost is live for us outside the Alcannon Detention Center where it all happened. Ashley, what did he say?
Well, Brad, first, he's no longer in the Charleston County Jail. He posted bond of $100,000 on Friday after deputies say he attacked Roof on Thursday. Dylann Roof is still in solitary confinement, so no other inmates are supposed to get anywhere near him. But Sheriff Alcannon says Stafford was able to get through a door that should have been locked and get to Roof while he was on his way to the shower. There also were supposed to be 2 officers watching Roof at all times, but that was not the case on Thursday. Roof has bruises to his face and back, and his attorneys say he does not plan to press any charges. Stafford went to jail for strong-armed robbery, assaulting a police officer, and lying to police. Now that he's out, he shared his story with the Black Collective, a Charleston-based digital news and entertainment site, and here's what Stafford said about the fight.
I can't say he deserved to die because I'm not a judge, but I got the power to bust it.
Sheriff Alcannon said this serves as a wake-up call. The sheriff's office continues to investigate how this was possible, looking into things like technology glitches that could have happened with the locks.
I was the first person to speak to the man when he got in there. So after we started conversating on a normal basis with all the COs, saw that it was okay for me to go to his door because I wasn't really going to start trouble. Because what I'm going to do, he's through the door. I want to understand this guy. Usually when I get him to talk about his charges, he tried to make me think that he feel real bad when it just happened. So I kind of felt as if when I heard Charlamagne said he's trying to start a race war.
In case you're wondering, this is Charlamagne the God that the guy is speaking of. Charlamagne's real name is Leonard McKelvey. He began his career as an intern in South Carolina, and he became the radio host next to media personality Wendy Williams. Now he is a personality with DJ Envy, Angela Lee on The Breakfast Club. In case you wonder who Charlamagne the God is, that's who he is.
When I heard Charlamagne say he's trying to start a race war, back then I kind of felt as if, okay, this motherfucker think I'm stupid. I can't say he deserved to die because I'm not a judge, but I got the power to bust his ass.
Okay, you said, rest in peace to the family members out there, that suffered this horrific type of thing. And, they said basically they had to forgive him in order to move forward in life. And I understand that now. I didn't understand that before, but I understand that sometimes you have to find peace within yourself in order to let something go. Because at the end of the day, you can't really bring them back. And, I understand that now as far as forgiving. Anyway, that being said, but as we see, we had Dwayne, who was a hero. And many people eyes and went inside there and basically beat his butt. So, and they saw him as a hero and stuff, and donations came and stuff to get him out of jail and stuff when he was locked up, he didn't kill him, and that's the amazing part about it. They were saying the reference to they don't know how he got inside of there as far as getting to him, but I have to understand, sometimes people just don't like what people do when this comes down to that and stuff, and he was supposed to be up under protective custody and stuff, but no one protected those members that was murdered and stuff, and the whole thing is a mess. And basically it was saying that Dylan's whole purpose was to start a race war. If his purpose was to start a race war, you ask yourself, did his plan really work? The creator of the Confederate flag in his own words. And this is the result. KKK rallies, 2016. And they're marching. So did his plan really work? I don't know. You tell me. It also has been stated, if this flag offends you, you need a history lesson. Wait, I didn't finish telling you how this flag is not racist. No. Your thoughts? You know, allegedly and stuff like that. But anyway, I just want to give you an update in reference to this storyline, you know. And I want to let you know I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Catch the rain.